Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. Say, could that lass be I? Mary of soul, she sailed on a day over the sea to sky.
Hey everyone, Owlvine here. So this is nature witchy haul time. I've been meaning to do this forever and I keep putting it off, and I just cleaned out my room the other day and sort of got things sorted, so I was like, you know what, today's the day. So I'm just going to go around my room and show you different bits and pieces. I've got you know, some different things, you know, all over the house, but I thought I'll just show you what's here in my room and we'll just go from there. So up here I have a few things. I have a pine cone there, as you can see. So I intuitively found a pine forest, which was super cool. And I have a lot of pine around, the house. So pine is really good for protection. I think you will find in a lot of correspondences there are an awful lot of plants which are said to be good for protection. Various kinds of protection, but you know, most plants have some kind of protective quality to them, or many do anyway. My cat's here and he's scratching at the door. So I have pine around. Pine is also very high in vitamin C. That's the pine needles, so they're like really good to have in teas and things like that. Very high in vitamin C. So I really like to make pine tea. And what else are they good for? They are good for helping to stay the course in difficult times. So I'm definitely needing some of that right now, and I have pine all around the house and it is helping a lot actually. Like I really am feeling like that beautiful pine energy, which is wonderful. And then I've got some fern here too. So fern is said to, if you have it on your windowsills and things like that, it helps to keep out baneful energies, baneful spirits, and also intruders too. So if you put that on your windowsill, that's said to keep out intruders. And then I've got like this little pine thing here. That was from Monstalvat, I think, which is an artist colony that I went to with Crimson Fire a couple of weeks ago. So it's kind of like a pine coney thing, but not really a pine cone, I don't think. I don't know. It is a pine cone, but it's like, I don't know. It's cool. I have a pretty rock here because massive rock witch here. Rock. I've got some lamb's ear here as well, because lamb's ear is like super soft and beautiful and lovely. Yes, and then down here I have some more rocks down there which I've collected recently. So yep, rocks, pretty self-explanatory, I think. And then over here, what do I have down here? Oh, this is clover down here. I love clover, and I've got some flowers in there as well as leaves, and those I got from my camping expedition, I suppose. And I've got some pine sticks back there, and then this lovely piece of wood, yeah, here as well. Yep, super profesh. So I haven't obviously put those away yet. And down here I have some holly. So again, holly is highly protective. It's also associated with feminine healing. So not necessarily only healing females, but good for that feminine healing energy. And there's some berries there, which is super cool, and the stick, and all the leaves fell off because I just had this like sitting in my bag. I have some citrine in there as well. I had this sitting in my bag and they all kind of got crumbled and fell off, but there's still some leaves in there. And then over here I have just my bowl of things drying. So I've got the pine needles here. These are drying, so I won't use those for tea. Use fresh ones for tea. But yeah, super high in vitamin C and really tasty as well. Like I really love pine tea, so that's fun. And then I've got heaps of blackberry in here. Look at that. Heaps and heaps of blackberry. Heaps of blackberry berries. And these I all found at that pine forest as well. There was loads of them growing. Blackberry, as you can imagine, is very protective as well. It's said to protect from spirits and also vampires. So if you have one of these growing on or near your property, you're said to be protected from vampires because they will be too busy counting the berries and not enter. So if vampires, you know, if we ever find out they're actually a thing, grow blackberry. That's important. And I have some jasmine in here as well. And I didn't look up the magical properties for jasmine, but for me, jasmine's quite healing, just because of the experience that I've had with it before, and just sort of a very sort of soft feminine energy for me as well. The thing with all plants and herbs, like you can look up the correspondences, and I would recommend that. Like it's really wonderful to do and a good place to kind of kick off from. But I think it's important to work with the plant devas, the plant spirits, and have your own connection with them, and you'll find out what they kind of mean for you, and there may be a different kind of connection that you have with them than maybe other people do. And I think, you know, that's important for, you know, when we're working with deity and things like that as well, you know, to have your own connection, to start off with, you know, what everyone else is saying. You know, that can be really helpful, I think, and kind of look into mythology and folklore, but then kind of go from there and have your own experience as well. And back here I have a bunch of sticks, because I really like sticks. So that's fun. And in here too, I've got some, what's it called? Oh my goodness, I've forgotten. It's not mulberry, it's maple. Oh my goodness, maple leaves. And then in there I've got the brochures too. So from Bruno's Art and Sculpture Garden, which I made a video on going to there. And the same day we also went to Monstervat, which was like freaking cool. So I have those there. Okay, and then coming down here, I still haven't learnt to like move around really well and take you with me, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is what's happening. So I have this purple rock here, which isn't showing up very purple on the screen, which sucks, but purple rock, and I found that at the river as well, so that was super awesome. And then I have this super spiky, super spiky crazy thing here. I don't know what it is still. I've been trying to find what it is, but I just felt like bringing some of that home, and that was from the pine forest as well. And then I have another pine cone, of course. And then in here I have some moss. I have some moss in here and a little rock, which you would have seen me collect on the video too. So that is sitting there. And then up here, what do I have up here that's new? Spider. Yes, okay, so right by our campfire there was this little spider, which I think, well, little, which I think had been burnt maybe to death, or he was like, his bum's a bit squished there. Let me zoom in, let me put him there and then zoom in so you can see him. So he's super cool, or she. He or she. So that's a spider there that I collected. So that is in there. I have a jar of spiders over there. If you can see those, it's kind of like gross looking, but there's all my spiders. Looks like hair, but that's like a extra special spider. So he's in his own little thing there. And then up here I have a purple leaf, and I have more of these around. It's starting to lose its color a little bit now. So I have that there. I have this rock and more maple leaves. Oh, in here too. So I had an issue the other day, I mentioned in my last video, where I had some moth babies, i.e. maggots, that had gotten into my snake skin and it started getting into my books. So I was like, all right, what can I do about this? And I looked up some things to keep away moths. I really like moths, but I'm not a huge fan of their babies, I've got to say. You know, usually babies are cuter, but in this case, not. So I had some of the things that people suggested, and I've kind of made a little herbal thing out of them, and I've got a couple like of little things, like containers on on different shelves. Oh my goodness. So there's peppercorns in there, there's some thyme leaves, some rosemary leaves, and some thyme oil, because those are the things that I had. But you can also use like lemon is really good, and lavender. Those are the ones that I can remember. So anyway, but these are the things I had, so I was like, yep, putting some of those out immediately. And they smells really good too, so I'm happy that they're around. And there's more pine back there as well, and more leaves, because I'm just like putting maple leaves around. Next shelf. Okay, up here, lots of rocks, lots and lots of rocks. So this is like the sunstone. See, it's like that was my husband sneezing. It looks like the sun, like there's sort of this yellow part, this orange band, and then it's like darker. It did get a little bit scratched up, just being in a bag with other rocks, but that's cool. And then this one down here is purple as well. This one's got really cool lines on it. Look at that, that's awesome. This one's wicked too. More lines. And then more little rocks back here, pretty little rocks. And this stick, because it's amazing and I love sticks. And that has some nice moss growing on it too. And then more rock, that one I've had for a while, more maple leaves. And then this cool rock back here, it's got like these like lines on it, lines through it, which is really wicked. More lines, line, lines. And this one, I really love the texture. How cool is that? It reminded me of like the Fifth Element, like I'm thinking like Earth or something. You know how there was those square, what would you call them, like blocks or bricks in the Fifth Element, and they were like, there was one for each element. Anyway, it kind of reminded me of that, so love it. And then on the top shelf, another cool rock. Now this got it got stained with blackberry, so there's one that's like this beautiful purple color and then like a pink. So I was like, all right, that's cool, like I'm not gonna clean that off. Love it, because that was in the bag with them coming home. So that's a cool rock. Another cool rock, because rocks rock. Maple leaves. Oh, this was a gift from Crimson Fire, from her blue tongue lizard, which is like super cool. So blue tongue lizard skin. I have lots of other things around here as well that I've gotten from different things, but I'm just trying to do like nature haul specifically and recent nature haul. So this bark here, I'm annoyed that this broke, but that actually attaches like this, right? And there's this massive tree, which you can see on Crimson Fire's video of us going trekking, our latest trek. And it's like this mottled colour all the way up. It's so beautiful. So it's like all this bark is attached and there's like dark and light, oh my goodness, dark and light bark together. And I'll insert a picture if I can find it, if I've taken one, which I'm sure I did. And then I'm using this big rock back here as like a book stand, because this section of books kept falling down with the previous rock that I was using for it. And these are more leaves here. They've all started curling up now. More purple leaves. They were, gosh, they were the most brilliant colour. But they're all starting to lose their colour now. Another rock, as you do. Another rock down here. This is just a cool bird's nest. You might have seen that before. I've had that for quite a while. And then up the top here, more pine, because pine. And I need pine. And these are actually separate. So this is like this cool stick, and it's got like 8 little sticks on the side, and then like this long one. It reminds me of like a sword, like when you hold it, it's like a sword. So that's pretty cool. And then pine cone, and then just more pine needles like put there. And then, let's see, up here, this is one of the rocks that I got. Oh, I wish this like automatically focused. It's driving me insane. It just broke off really cool. So it's like this triangle thing happening. And that's it there. And then on my altar, so I'll show you my altar. I have changed it up a little bit, as seems to happen. Because it is a working altar, I find that like down here in this section, it gets like crazy, like just everything happens, and it gets like, it got to that point where there was so much stuff everywhere. I'm like, all right, I've got no space left to work. So I had to like resort that out, and I ended up like redoing the top as well. So let's see. Oh, this is my little owl that I made. A few people have asked to see him. So when I had my first road tripping experience with Crimson, we ended up making clay at the end of the day. And this is the little owl that I made. So it's his wing. Pretty cool, hey? And there's a little amethyst here and a little lapis lazuli in his third eye there. So that's me owl. And then up here I have some sort of Sarwane stuff going on. So this is a leaf here from this super red vine we saw at the lavender farm that we just went to. This is a fox, like F-A-U-X leaf. So that one's not real, but the others are little maple leaves as well. There's a little moth down here that recently came to me. Hello. And it wasn't his babies, or her babies, I should say. It was somebody else's babies. So there's that going on. And then down here, I just finished painting this rock. So this is one of my little rock paintings, and I'm just like needing some real heart healing. So I just finished painting that before, and I was like, you are perfect for my altar. So you can't really like see very well. It's very like shiny. I need like a matte finish or something to do on them, because otherwise they get super shiny and you can't see them properly. Now there was other ones I wanted to show you. Did I put them elsewhere in the house? I must have. Well, down here, this is part of the super purple rock that I found, and I think this is purple mookaite jasper that I found at the river. So, and this shard came off, so I've just put this here on my altar. And yeah, I've put the other pieces around elsewhere in my home. I just realized I thought they were around here. And then I will show you, just to end, la-di-da, round we go. These are some more rocks that I have. So there's a few waiting to be painted. This one's going to be painted. The other ones are going to go around elsewhere in the house. This is my bag here of other rocks to be painted, and I've got more in the car still. So these are all like painty rocks, so that one's kind of cool as it is, but I like it on that side. There we are, rocks that side for painting. So that's what's going on, and I'm currently painting here. This is my work setup, very exciting. My cat is sleeping on the desk. Gina, say hi. Hello. He's like, what, man, what? And then I've got my crow. I haven't finished the crow yet, but I'll show you because I did mention it at another stage. There we go. There's my crow. So that is my nature haul for today. Very exciting stuff. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I just really wanted to get this done before it just like became a thing and I just never did it, because I'm sure I'll be finding more awesome nature stuff that I will want to show you. And this is just like a selection of the things that I've, you know, gotten over the last few months, month. But yeah, I wanted to show you. So yay for fun haul time. I love collecting nature things. I really love using nature items in my practice. I'm not buying a lot of things right now. Like, I don't really purchase new things, but I do love to find nature stuff. And let's face it, Mother Nature has the best stuff. Like, she is the best store, the best witchy store. So anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you're having an amazing day, and sending loads of love. And look at this, oh yes, and like kitty sun sleeping vibes to you all, because yum, right? I love you. Goodbye. Many, many blessings.